Hi, welcome to TNT. This is a follow-up to the video we did yesterday about Thai banking and the problems that many people, including Thais, are having with money at the moment. Accounts being suspended, people not being able to get them unsuspended, people having a lot of trouble with this, which of course we acknowledge, and plenty of people commenting, some examples of people who were telling me in good faith about their circumstances. There was also quite a few trolls in the chat, and I know they're trolls because they were identified as such during the Cambodian-Thai border dispute. We kept a record of the ones that we were able to identify as trolls, and some of them have popped up also having a go at the Thai banking system. Of course, it may suit Cambodia for Thailand to have some sort of banking crisis, but leave that aside. There are many people who are having really bad situations at the moment, and we appreciate you taking the time to pass those on to us. So let's go to the latest in this story. Reported in Thai PBS World Commerce Ministry, police joined forces to tackle mule accounts and online scammers, and the Business Development Department of the Commerce Ministry is cooperating closely with the Royal Thai Police in dealing with mule accounts and business entities suspected to be engaging in money laundering. Let's get down to some numbers. They've received a list of some 94,000 individuals and businesses from the Anti-Online Scam Operations Centre, which may be involved in laundering funds derived from scam operations. Now, please don't underestimate the impact and the extent of these scam operations, both in Thailand, affecting both Thais and foreigners, but also outside of Thailand. But some of the money is being funneled through Thai banks. So this is a really big problem, hence the very large hammer that's being used to try and crack down on it at the moment. We go to some coverage in Nation. Thailand headlined Thai banks pledge urgent action to unblock accounts amid fraudulent transfer crisis. The Bank of Thailand and the Thai Bankers Association have announced a new initiative to swiftly unblock the bank accounts of innocent individuals caught in the crossfire of online financial fraud. Now, one of the reports we read yesterday, some 3 million accounts in Thailand which are currently under investigation, perhaps even suspension. That's not going to be cleared up just in one day. And it says it follows a weekend of widespread public complaints about account freezes. And the Assistant Governor of the BOT saying while cases of direct device hacking have been eliminated since the start of the year, the problem of victims being tricked into transferring money themselves remains widespread. And this is the key problem with these latest scams. You and your bank account are authorising the payment to, well, it could be a Facebook post, you go to buy a pair of shoes, the company doesn't exist, but you've authorised the payment. Or it could be people seeking money for love scams, investment scams. You're authorising the payment to these people, and this is the problem. And the story goes on, this has created a secondary issue where a process of trace and seize funds has inadvertently led to the suspension of accounts belonging to honest people. And one of the assistant governors said criminals are capable of tricking unrelated individuals in becoming involved by using their accounts, which can affect law-abiding citizens. So in most of the cases, probably the ones involving you, they're not blaming you, but they're just trying to stop people using your account or trying to track down what may have been fraudulent payments to scammers. And to address this, banks have been given new guidelines to unfreeze an account within 4 hours or at most 1 working day, down from the previous 3 to 7 days. Well, many people in the comments section saying that it's taking a lot longer than 3 to 7 days, some claiming that it's taking months, and their accounts, they say, are still blocked. And down the bottom there, this expedited process applies to individuals who contact their financial institution after their account has been temporarily suspended and are found to have no links to fraud. And according to data from the past week, approximately 10,000 accounts were suspended, a figure authorities said had not seen a significant increase. However, a review of over 100 cases from last Sunday showed that only 11 or 10% of those accounts were actually unblocked, as most were found to have a direct link to the fraudulent money trail. Furthermore, banks will adjust their processes to only freeze accounts directly connected to a fraud case, preventing innocent accounts from being impacted from the outset. And all customers with suspended transactions will now be notified via SMS or mobile banking on the night of the incident, with details of the temporary suspension and clear instructions on what steps to take. Now, I'll be a bit glass half full at the moment. I'll give the banks the benefit of the doubt and assume that they are acting in good faith in what's really a very difficult situation for the banks and, of course, for you as well. And the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Digital Economy and Society says the measure is not an account freeze, but rather a temporary suspension of only the amount suspected of being linked to transactions from a mule account. This suspension will be in effect for a maximum of 7 days. So from his direct quote, he's suggesting they're only freezing the amount in your account that might be linked to a mule account. Well, that's clearly not the case. And how this is affecting Thais and foreigners who use QR codes to pay, which in my case is about 99% of the payments I make these days. Frozen bank account fears hamper QR codes. And restaurant, wholesale and retail associations have expressed their concern about offering transfer or QR payment options to customers, fearing their accounts might be frozen as authorities address the mule account issue. And the president of the Restaurant Association said that no members of his body had had their accounts frozen and none had stopped offering bank transfer options to their customers. And he said if the uncertainty persists, it may create more worry among operators, leading to a hesitance to use bank transfers or QR payments. And he urged the government to address the root causes of these issues by identifying original mule accounts and implementing stricter crackdowns from the beginning. That makes a lot of sense, but well, that's history now. And he said the authorities must keep the public informed about frozen accounts suspected of being mule accounts. And the Deputy Managing Director at the Casacorn Research Centre said vulnerable groups, including small vendors as well as senior citizens whose bank accounts rarely have online transactions, are the most affected groups. And for retailers and small vendors, I'd recommend they have a couple of bank accounts with a couple of banks instead of relying purely on just one account for their daily use. And a senior economist at the Siam Commercial Bank said consumer sentiment is being hurt. Well, obviously there's a lot happening at the moment and a lot of very aggrieved people. And there were also plenty of people who were trying to suggest I'm unsympathetic to their plight of their suspended bank account, suggesting just wait till it happens to you. Well, I've certainly done everything I can to try and make sure it doesn't happen to me, and so far, touch wood, it hasn't happened. But I am very empathetic to those people that are having trouble. And that's why I'm doing these videos, to try and pass on as much information as I can get my hands on, accurate information that's being reported, and quoting people from the banks. Now, there are a lot of angry outbursts of people saying that there's all sorts of other reasons that might be causing this, and you're well entitled to have your point of view. Those points of view are being shared online and in the comment section of my videos as well. And I'm not going around deleting them or anything. These are views that you hold strongly, but I'm not going to get emotional about this. I'm not going to be outraged. I'm trying to just pass on the best and the most accurate information I have. And with that, we do look forward again to your comments on this update on the information we have. As I suggest, the best thing you can do is be proactive and go down to your bank and simply be polite but persistent, and just it's going to be inconvenient and you're probably going to have to do it more than once, but that's really the best information or suggestion I have, is to try and resolve this in your personal case. Screaming about it online on online forums really isn't going to help, except of course it's giving us all a greater idea of the landscape of exactly what's going on. But please try and be proactive, try and be positive about trying to resolve this. It seems that the banks are also trying to resolve this at this time. And with that, thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you're still watching. We'll see you next time.